by these continuous jokes that I'm the gatekeeper, but I guess I was. So my name is Camila, and I would like for all of Councilmember Gossett's former staff members, interns, and any volunteers that's worked on his last campaign to come and join me on the stage. I know I see Nick back there, and Michelle, and LaJaya, Reverend Ying. Will you guys please join me? But before I begin my remarks, I want to thank the team that made tonight happen. It was a short turnaround, but we am very glad that we have a huge crowd here tonight to celebrate my boss, Larry Gossett. So I want to thank Renita, Elizabeth, Kendrick for being our MC, Councilmember Dembowski's office for all of the work and labor that they did to make this happen, El Centro de la Raza, Estella, Enrique, Veronica, Giselle's Chicken, and all of the volunteers that helped us set up and brought the food this evening. I appreciate all of your time and energy in planning this celebration. This was something that I really wanted to do for Larry. As many of you know, I have grown into my professionalism in District 2. I came to District 2, well, actually we were District 10 then. I started working for Larry after I requested a meeting with him to volunteer. And after some back and forth, you know how conversations go with Larry. So he was over here and I was over there. And we finally met in the middle, and I said, well, you know, I already graduated from college. And he said, oh, well, then why do you want to volunteer? And I said, well, I don't have any experience. And he said, well, I'll hire you as an intern. You just make up your schedule and what day you want to start. And I said, well, this is a real good gig. So I stuck around for 18 years. Wow. I want them to see, you know, how he impacted our community. So I want to begin with a quote from Dr. King that says, "Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love." I know that I can speak on behalf of all of Councilmember Gossett's former staff when I say that working for him is quite an experience. It changes your life. I mean, it literally does. We have all gone on to different careers and adventures, but I bet that we can all think of our own stories that ring true about three qualities that I thought of when I think of you, Larry Gossett. And one is laughter, resiliency, and always a servant of the people. So there was always laughter in District 10 and then in District 2. Larry is quite a comedian, so he thinks. LG from the CD, often asking, what would you do if such and such, and you got stuck on an island? What would you do if this person whooped your butt, Camila? He would tell me something and then say, remember, you're my confidential secretary. Or using colloquial terms with his colleagues to test their street smarts, using terms like cat, boys in the hood, my homie, Ray Ray and them, quicker than you can say Jackie Robinson. I went to jail for a cause, not because. Or announcing to my dismay, I used to be a player. My personal favorites, you know I was a boxer, right? Or was an All-American basketball player. We all know our staff meetings were often very interesting and full of laughter. Going from subject to subject, A to Z, laughing loudly, and then laughing loudly again, and then more laughter, and then landing on some policy outcome. Many times our neighbors would wonder, what were y'all talking about in there? I mean, it was loud. We all know that Councilmember Gossett is resilient. I have rarely seen him sad, down, or just, you know, feeling like the world is against him. He's always kind of jovial and joking. And Michelle said it best at the council meeting that he showed us how to bend but never to break. He takes both wins and losses in stride. I remember that at the night of his election party, you know, I asked him if we were going to go to work the next day, or, you know, what are we going to do? Are we going to work the next day? And, you know, after some back and forth, he turned to me and he said, call me in the morning at 9 like you usually do. And I said, okay. So when I got to the office that morning and I called him, he said, I'm on my way. And because Councilmember Gossett showed up that day, his entire staff showed up, and we worked until the very last day.
Okay.
That is resiliency. And lastly, I would say that Councilmember Gossett is always a servant of the people. Larry has remained true to serving the people, serving ordinary people, everyday people. I had a daily front row view of how he committed to the people, giving appointments to anyone who asked. You just had to call. And I can't lie, y'all, that drove me nuts. We debated back and forth and back about scheduling, him visiting the jail, going to court with somebody, too many night meetings. But one thing remained constant about Larry. He never wavered in his commitment to being the people's politician. And I want y'all to clap for that. And being a man of the people, he saw nothing wrong with having staffers of color, particularly black staff, and hiring interns that reflected the community he represented, from labor picket lines to May Day marches to MLK marches to letters of support to visits from old friends in the middle of a previously scheduled meeting. I mean, literally. Oh, my friend from 1960 such and such is here. You got to bring him in here. Councilmember Gossett, you want to meet him? Larry, you stayed true to your core beliefs and fought for the most disenfranchised, especially for black people, and we really appreciate it.
Yes!
You have given us a blueprint on how to merge community organizing, activism, and community engagement to influence and then demand good public policy that includes the marginalized and the most vulnerable. I am hopeful that others will continue mastering your blueprint. In the words of Dr. King, continue to have a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. From all of us, on behalf of all of us here in the audience, we thank you, we love you, and we pray God's abundant blessings in your life as you continue this important work as a retiree. I thank you so much for believing in me, for giving me the confidence that I can go on and work, you know, beyond you. It has been a pleasure to be in your office. And so I just want to say all power to the people.
All right. Woo! Yes! Sorry.
Coming to the stage, you're one. Boxing hero. 9-time NBA finalist.
Yeah.
Reigning from the Central District of Seattle, Washington, Mr. the Honorable Councilmember Larry Gossett.
Yeah.
I want to see y'all. Sit down. Sit down.
Oh. Sit on down. Make yourself comfortable.
I'm going to be like Reverend Kenny was fond to say, y'all sit down, I'm not going to talk long.
We know.
And this is
We
serious.
know.
And then when I meet with him privately in his office, he said, oh, Larry, getting still kind of excited. I got 6 ways to say in conclusion. And I'm going to end it now. Y'all don't need to hear no more. Let's close it out. And by the time he gets through that, people are still excited, but he don't add 12 minutes to speak. I am not, hopefully, going to do that. I want to just follow up on the marvelous remarks by Camila Brown and Rhonda Gossett. Because without family support, and by the way, if I count you saw that I got a lot of representatives here. If I were to count all the relatives in the greater Seattle area on my mother's side, because y'all didn't hear me, Denise, or Patricia, or Renee, those are all my first cousins on my mother's side. But if I was to count everybody, it's about, on my mother's side and my father's side, it's 107.